Hello and welcome to Slade on Slade. This is my beautiful wife, Leslie, and my name is Onan. My pen name used to be Keith Slade, but I decided to drop the Keith because, frankly, I didn't like it. Last time you saw me, I was rocking an insane beard, and I was like 130 pounds heavier, but with work with my doctor, diet and exercise, I am this now, which is good because now I enjoy running outside with my wife.
Yes.
Because today is a very special welcome back video because I don't think we've done a video in about a year and a half.
Oh yeah, we've had lots going on.
Yeah, we had a brand new beautiful baby. Probably put a picture up somewhere there. Our other baby's getting older, and now we have the twin 16-year-olds, which are in high school. So yay!
So much fun.
But we're happy to be back,
Yes.
and we appreciate those of you who have stuck around. And if you enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe. That's all we're asking. So what's today's topic?
Should I copyright my book?
Should you copyright the book? Answer, yes. I know a lot of people think that if you write your book or pretty much anything like a poem, song, whatever, and you send it to yourself in the mail that it's copyrighted, that will not hold up in court. We know because we work for a lawyer, we're both classically trained paralegals. We both have degrees in paralegal studies. And one of us is off to law school very soon. So that wouldn't work. You need to pony up. It's a very small amount of cash. How much?
$45 for a single piece of artwork and $85 for up to 10 unpublished works.
Yeah. So let's say you just got a bunch of stuff. Okay, 8 of them. It's not very expensive at all. Take a few months for you to get it back, but then no matter what, it cannot be challenged. Where am I looking at the camera? Right there. Yeah. You cannot be challenged in court because it is set in stone. You are the owner. You have not given express permission. Therefore, somebody has stolen your work. Now you're going to recoup all your losses. They're going to have to pay for your lawyer, and everything's going to be a lot better off. And you're probably going to get some kind of notoriety out of it.
Some other things that you might want to consider is it does not protect your ideas or facts. So if you are doing a name, it does not protect the name.
Yeah, it doesn't protect name. One of my favorite things about writing science fiction is I get to invent names, and I absolutely love inventing names. I lean more to the Korean style of sounds because I think it just rolls off the tongue really well. I like to use a lot of apostrophes right in the middle of a name, like Jai Hola. So it'd be Jai Hola, apostrophe right after the I. That being said, now I don't want anybody in the world to use that name. I have no control over that. Somebody could take not only the name you use legally and your idea and make it better. I'm going to give you a simple example. My wife was reading the Twilight book way back in the day. And on our second reading of the first book, I was super curious. So on the down low, I read the first book. Thought it was pretty good. Did she improve in certain areas? Yeah. And that's what people do. They take the foundation of whatever. So you can do it, but other people will do it to you. So that's not legally protected. So, Anne Rice did it amazingly. Stephanie Myers just added in sparkly vampires and werewolves that are not werewolves.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that you might want to keep in mind is that it protects your actual execution of your ideas in the manuscript form, but not the actual ideas. So somebody can take a certain idea that you had and make it better or use it in their own work.
But they can't use it in such a degree where it's so similar that, and this is where judges they're very specific when it comes to this. If you wrote a Star Wars clone, which there are a lot of them out there, it has to be enough of a difference for the judge to be able to rule in favor that this is a clear division between the two. One is built off a part of that. A good example is there's a Rolling Stones song that goes da-na-na-na-na-na. Now Vanilla Ice sampled that beat without paying anything. When it went to court after a little bit of time, the judge finally came back with the experts to say that the beat from the Rolling Stones and the beat from Vanilla Ice were so similar, yes, but with enough of division for Vanilla Ices to be its own. It was built off of this, and it was the legal loophole. So that's the best I can give you for an explanation. But it's something, if you're bored at 2 a.m. in the morning, you look stuff like that up. And for us, we find legal actions like that incredibly interesting.
I will also say that getting your stuff copyrighted is a peace of mind thing also. So
it feels really good. Now,
because when you got your first copyright, you felt...
Oh yeah, I felt good. There's so much I couldn't release. Like I had friends, and I had friends on Twitter. I had people that I was getting to know through other friends, and they're like, "Hey, can you put a chapter out?" I was like, "I can't do it," because somebody could have just taken it, claimed it themselves, copyrighted it, and then I'd be SOL. And there are people out there that like to do stuff like that. There's always somebody out there looking to make the Hershey bar a little better by taking the original and just running off with it, Those guys with the long mustaches going, are those guys. But it gives you the peace of mind. It lets you be able to put a chapter out there and just field it out there on what is now X, formerly Twitter. You put something out there and you might get a bunch of people go, hey, listen, this is really good. Where are you going to go with this? Or they could say this is not really good. And we're all going to hear it. Every one of us is going to hear it's not good. You just got to take the time to review it and just go, you know what, I could make this better. Because whether they're just being jerks or they're giving you constructive criticism, everything should help you be a little more introspective without getting your feelings hurt. You're going to want to call somebody a nasty name, but just reserve that. Haters going to hate.
I will also say that it takes about 6 months to get a copyright back from the Copyright Office.
I did this a lot. Hey man, we got anything to know? What about now? Yeah, I know it's the same
when's
day.
it coming? When's it coming?
But, you sure it got filed? Did it get filed right? Because if anybody's going to fall through the cracks, it's going to be me.
So.
But yeah, we have copyright to the 5th book, right? 5th or 4th book? Fourth book. I will add, I have a symbol for the book that represents a big portion of a large section of characters that live within the House of Ribbons universe. And I thought we could copyright it, and then I got kicked right in the crotch with the price of how much it costs to, you draw a little symbol, and you're like, this is going to be awesome. I'm going to copyright this. How much does it cost?
$375.
Yeah, that's a lot of cash.
There's a difference between a trademark and a copyright.
There's a huge difference.
And a big price jump.
Yes. So I'm going to withhold the symbol, which means just another year I won't be putting it out on social media to field it. I do have it tattooed on me because I thought it was that good, but then again, I'm not really a stranger to ink. So keep in mind that there is a difference between copyright and trademark.
And then that's all I have for copyright, but I did want to ask you another question. What do you do when you are
Is that one that Sarah asked you?
Yes.
Okay. How do you deal with depression when it comes to writing? Self-doubt and depression. I can only tell you what I do. Okay. I have some other writing friends, but I'm not going to comment on what they do because I would rather them explain it because I don't want to secondhand that. Sometimes I'm not confident in what I wrote. So I will put it aside for a week or two and I'll try to write something else. Because when I first started, I wrote 7 days a week. I wrote every extra hour I had when I wasn't with the kids. Lost a lot of sleep. And then I started taking a couple of days off here and there. And I was really enjoying it. But then I started writing stuff I didn't like. And then I figured out a way to make it look good. I would stop, put it away. I'd come back, reread it as if I was the customer. And I had, I don't know, Lord of the Rings. Okay? How would I make this better? What would I have done with this sentence? And I really take myself out of myself and just, I'm the customer. And then I rewrite it the way I want it rewritten as the customer. Now, it might sound strange, okay? But we all have it in ourselves to be a completely different person. You're like 100 different people when you go out in public and you talk to like 10 different people at any given time. We all know that one worker that you're going to smile and like, oh yeah, it's good to see you. God, I hope you die. So we all have that one coworker. So take yourself out of your shoes as best as you can. Put it away, read it, and change it as if you were reading somebody else's book and you had the pen that could affect the change. And while you're doing that, it's called revision. And I have taken stuff I hated, stuff that I was going to throw in the trash, and turned it into something that I liked enough for me to give to, some of my closest friends who they pretty much tell me whether I'm on the straight and narrow because they like science fiction, fantasy, and our friend Sarah is a huge romance fan who got into science fiction, fantasy first time with my book. So I'm like, oh God, you're really up there. You got to read some real science fiction. Isaac Asimov. We're talking, Arthur C. Clarke. We're talking the beginning of science fiction. So that's what I say like that. And then everybody's bound to get depressed in some way, shape, or form. It's okay. Not everybody's going to like you. I don't like myself most of the time, but you get through it. My wife and I, in case you don't know, my wife is still in. She celebrated 23 years in the Army. I'm retired. I was injured on my last deployment. And we know better as soldiers what, she's got the 5 deployments. You know what it's like to fall into like PTSD type of stuff. And my brother Don and I, we have this saying. It's like a meme. I'll see if I can post a meme. But it's basically you get up, you're not happy, but you wear the bodysuit of somebody who is happy. When you do that long enough, it just becomes second nature. And sometimes you become happy. And that's how it worked with me. I became mostly happy just faking it for a couple of years. So that's the best advice. I hope it helped in some way, shape, or form. If I could help just one person with that, I would be more than happy. So, but hey, if you've enjoyed, like and subscribe. You don't have to ring the notification bell because I don't do it on a lot of mine. Phone be blowing up. But I appreciate every single one of you who have stuck around. Anybody who is joining now, thank you very much. And I hope you have a pleasant day or night.
See you later. Bye.